attention's been lacking. I stay backtracking to the good days. Reverse, you turn, it don't matter to me. Whatever takes me back to what it used to be. Will you go back there with me? Back to when our love was free. Will you go back there with me? Back to when our love was free. I've been feeling off track, wondering what's wrong with me, 'cause something got lost on the way. No, nothing feels the same, baby. I used to get lost in your phrase, something like butterflies and ecstasy. Can we take it back on the phone? Whatever takes me back to what it used to be. Will you go back there with me? Back to when our love was free. Will you go back there with me? Back to when our love was free.
Zaz the Dim is with you.
Purple silhouette, so I know you can't see me. How long before I'm wishing like a genie? What's the reasonable reason for your hiding? Till last night I heard you calling on your mama. I cannot even vouch for you, I cannot call on you. So if I don't love you, not taboo. If you don't love me too, so I erase my matching tattoo, 'cause I put it on for you. If you ever start to really win, if you ever find your queen, I hope she lets you down, 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 down. I hope she lets you down, 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 down. Man, I hope she lets you down, 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 down. I hope she lets you down, 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 down.
Have you never focused on another? Have you never focused, say brother? Have you ever noticed my hangover? You driving me loco, prison I believe in you, pronto. You are the one that was supposed to carry me go, but when I'm in the road, baby, that's why I cannot even vouch for you. I cannot call on you. And if I don't love you, not taboo. When you don't love me too. Now I erase my matching tattoo, 'cause I put it on for you. If you ever start to really win, if you ever find a king, and I hope he lets you down,
down, down, down, down. I hope she lets you down, 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 down. But I hope she lets you down, 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 down. I hope she lets you down, 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 down. Call me how many times I'm losing the fight. I've been ready to die, falling into you. Now ain't getting what took you couldn't me. Showing on a file, I was into you. So now when you're gone and you're noticing, there was a diamond you didn't see. I've been shining my way out of your darkness. That's why I cannot even vouch for you, I cannot call on you. So if I don't love you, not taboo. If you don't love me too, so I erase my matching tattoos, 'cause I put them on for you. If you ever start to really win, if you ever find your queen, I hope she
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, Sheversationalists. How is our third week of January going? How is it treating us? Ama India mwisho, ebu nione 1, 2. Ini week. Ni wiki ya tatu. How is week 3 going, guys? How is week 3 going? The 3 months of January. Tumefika wapi sasa tuko week 6, week 7, week 8. I don't know, but how is it going for you? It's going great for me, honestly. I already told you guys last week. We have decided, me, myself, and I, we have decided that we are going to have a spectacular 2025, regardless of what is going on. On the inside of me is boss. That's literally where the driving ship and the control systems of everything is coming from, and that should be the same with you. So once more, if you are just tuning in for the first time this year, a happy new year from me to you, from Sheversations to you, from Power Radio to you. It's a good old morning to tune in and power up in myself, Miss Caroline Murote. I am so honored to have you here. Welcome. So again, if you are new here, if this is your first time, you haven't been around for a while, this is a Sheversations. This is where we have impactful conversations, where we aim to amplify female voices. So we talk about all the humans with ovaries, we talk about the humans with the titties, we talk about the humans who... Honestly, we do a lot. Sisi, yani wanawake, like we have conversations about everything woman, everything girls, and how are the girlies doing? And gentlemen, please don't feel left out. This is a great platform for you to learn. You know, it helps with your game when you know what you're talking about. It helps when you know what's going on with women. And I told you guys, I've been telling you guys that Musadi Ketariase Chaba, like a woman in Setswana, is the backbone, is the founding block of the nation. So that's something that we need to take into account, that when you educate a nation, a woman, you educate a nation. When you educate a woman, you have done everybody justice, because women give back, women nurture, and that's just how we are. That's how we were created. So we are ever grateful here on Sheversations. We acknowledge the Most High. We do have a creator, so we are ever giving props to the Most High for creating us. And I hope that you guys are taking care of your spirits. I spent my weekend at church. Tuna fast 21 days of fasting. Kama kawa tutakuwa tunamaliza kesho, and then I can get back to abusing and harassing food. Now I'm saying, hey, nimemiss chakula manze. Gosh, it's been a nice fulfilling 21 days. And I would love to know, do you have a ritual? This is something we've been talking about since last week. Do you have a ritual? Do you have something that you do to get you in the right track of mind for your year at the beginning of every single year? Let me know what those things are. Let me know what kinds of systems or plans that you're putting in place so that your 2025 launches off and takes off smoothly. Speaking of smooth, we got into this show. We were ushered into the show by Miss Zenia Manasseh with Anticipate, and then we had Nikita Caring and Kimena saying let you down. Lakini wadau maneno ya bitterness to achane nayo. Like, let's just leave these things alone, guys. Like, ukiachwa achika na kama niwe umeachana, like you've left people alone, you've broken up, please just stop texting them after 3 years saying, hey, you know, future Sierra Manenos, please don't be the future in the situation. If that relationship is over and the person whose heart you broke has healed and you're seeing them on the gram, on, you know, kwa mtandao, happy, vibing, living their best lives, and then you think, looks like this is a perfect opportunity for me to ruin their life. Stop it. Please stop going back into spaces that you have walked away from already. Tumekubaliana? We've agreed. So please stop being messy. And yeah, the kids have gone back to school. See, watoto walirudi shule. Yes, they did last week, actually. Or is it the week before? It was either last week or I think it was last week. I'm at the week. No, it was 2 weeks before. Yeah. And so people have no excuses not to get things done because you guys, I've been shouting and screaming at you November, December at you. You brought those kids into this world. Like, unless you're just a guardian and you didn't actually choose to have that child, but you have chosen to take care of that child. I told you guys, we need to make peace with the fact that the children that we take care of are ours. They don't belong to the education system. And we know that in the past, 2025 is going to be a different year because we are confessing, we are manifesting, we are declaring that 2025 is going to be great for the education sector. And honestly, that's what we need to do. We need to put out the good intentions that we have, and these are going to be our prayers to God with regards to what we want to see for our systems. But we know that in the past, the education system has not been very friendly to our young generation. The primary schools, the high schools, kids dying, kids being abused, kids getting sick and literally dying, bullying, terrible bullying, punishments, like literally just kids dying, and bullying, and just so much injustice happening. And also in some spaces, lack of quality education. Last year, we had plenty of conversations about how underfunded schools are, how schools in rural areas, a lot of them don't actually have properly functioning labs for science, how they don't have, for example, there's an issue across the country with sex education. There is a very worrying a growing statistic of teenage pregnancy, a lot of which is peer-to-peer, so teenage girl to teenage boy, and then they do the thing, and then now we've multiplied
the country with sex
education. So we have talked about all of those different things, and we understand that our kids have not necessarily been taken the best care of in the public education sector. This year, we're going to do better, but when you have your kids, they are yours. They are yours. They are yours. Stop trying to send your kids away. Stop being happy and relieved that they are gone. Like, it's fine. You can breathe. But remember that it's not the education system's job to take care of the kids, because you can be in control of what your child does with their life if you spend time with them. But you cannot complain what kind of children come back to you after 3 months of them being away. We need to be logical. We need to be logical, whether it's because that's just what people do, or it's because of the financial situation or the home situation. You know, it might not be very ideal for this child to grow up, might not be the most nurturing, safe situation. But for a majority of Kenyans, if they wanted to, we could actually overhaul these systems and have systems where parents and guardians get to see their children every single day. That is what I believe. The children are predominantly and primarily raised at home. And if that is not happening, then we're not doing a great job. As a nation, do not be shocked when your kids come back saying weird things, doing weird things, and that's because other people are raising your children and you have allowed it. So when you put having time, making more money over actually raising your kids, there's no difference between you and this uber rich people that basically leave their kids caretaking up to the house helps and the hired help and the hired staff, the driver, the cook, the nannies, the babysitters, the assistants, the personal assistants, whatever name, the house helps, the house managers, and then they wonder what's wrong. What's wrong with my daughter? What's wrong with my son? What's wrong with my children? What's wrong with them is that you didn't raise them. Because when you are actually in charge of raising your children, 8 times out of 10, you're going to understand what's happening and you're going to know how to combat any issues that come up, because you're going to see them coming up. You're going to see them coming up if you're a present parent. So even as we get into the show, my challenge to you, Kenyan parent, my advice to you, Sheversationalist, is that be present in your kids' lives. That's the only way we're going to change this country. We say that children are the leaders of tomorrow. Children are the future. We say that time and time again. We say that all the time. When I was in school, we used to sing the Whitney Houston song, I believe the children are the future, something, and let them lead the way. Last year, we agreed that I cannot sing, so we're not going to talk about that, even though I just insisted on talking about it. But because we are tired of what we're seeing, what you can intentionally do is spend time with your child and instill the values that you want to see in a future Kenyan nation. And let me remind you, there's so much power in your hands, that you are blessed with the responsibility of raising a child and raising somebody that carries future generations. Don't mess that up. Don't leave that responsibility to other people, please. And thank you. Already? All right. So we are going to get into Space Here 2 by Asaf Njara and Manasseh Shalom. And then Sokamosye by Stacy Kamatu. Keep it locked. And we're going to be back after a few minutes. I love you. Mwah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our
radio.
Nanjora wa Manjaro. Mini weni mouse. Tufike pale Disney, ribbon shati na blouse. Uliza Tom and Jerry kapati nataka clowns. Ama two stupid dogs, jusisi tuko down bet. Nimepanga nina space ya 2. Date kama tunda, breakfast for 2. Tuseme nina hope ya you. Vile tuko free kucheza kama cartoons. Here you go, Pewa balloon, miss, canning hum, I'm your bear balloon. Call it serendipity, villain, I feel so due. Who knew to odd ones could even out the mood. Love TBT, kama rapa magoo. Sweet kama pipi, shika rapa I do. Si mask kwenda kinki pewa sweetie ya you. Ni mimi ni tekiti role play ni through. So come through, hapo kwangu kama 5+2. You like food, nina wagu in a sick na soup. You want proof, okay maybe ni kanyagu ya chum. Babora time na you, the rest si must to do. To vibe mama. Kama rumba mama, improvise na cham, hamna haraka hata. Mina wewe dada, ni time so tam sana. Songea karibu mama, hii ni just for you. Cause nimepanga nina space ya 2. Date kama tunda, breakfast for 2. Tuseme nina hope ya you. Vile tuko free kucheza kama cartoons. Nimepanga nina space ya 2. Date kama tunda, breakfast for 2. Tuseme nina hope ya you. Vile tuko free kucheza kama cartoons.
Dexter na Johnny Bravo. Tumekuja na ingine form juvenile. Sijui tukuite superwoman. Baby umeweza kama Kim Possible. Undeniable. Kelly tukaue. Ekangu tapye nuwe resident. Na kwa president. Maembe maukamba got nothing on you, yeah. Makwase masoso ni mewe. Ukangonye kusua no aisieli kaiyele na kwa nina space for you, yeah.
Nimepanga nina space ya 2. Date kama tunda, breakfast for 2. Tuseme nina hope ya you. Vile tuko free kucheza kama cartoons. Nimepanga nina space ya 2. Date kama tunda, breakfast for 2. Tuseme nina hope ya you. Vile tuko free kucheza kama cartoons.
Cha mama Kalongolongo nivo Apana nivo Apana cha mama cha baba Kalongolongo nivo Apana nivo Apana.
Nimepanga nina space ya 2. Date kama tunda, breakfast for 2.
That's what he said to me. Rudi nyumbani, doesn't matter what you did. Shoka Moshe, that's what he said to me. Rudi nyumbani, doesn't matter what you did. Oh, oh, yeah. did. Nikwedete, that's what he said to me. Ninakupenda, doesn't matter what you did.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Maisha ina stress but sitachoka. Manake mini staya mini nyota. Mungu peke ndio mimi nitaogopa. Get back azuna choma 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 choma. Daily na meremeta. Form yangu ni kutesa. Usikol kama si pesa. Bade na chipeleka. Nina selela dombola. Mande mana lose composure. We catch flies, not feelings. Leo tuna dance for ceiling. Don't waste my time. Don't miss my energy. Don't kill my vibe. Don't miss my energy. Let's say goodbye. Just fly around with me. Let's spend some time. Just spend some time with me.
Feeling important. Feeling like something is coming all over me. Feel like a soldier. Feel like I'm going to war with the enemy. I've gotten older. I'm very comfortable with my identity. It's never over. I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm willing. I'm feeling hypnotized. I'm feeling like a child. I need to realize I'm feeling so alive. I take off my disguise and I get myself the prize. I don't mean to be shy. All I can do is try.
Don't waste my time. Don't miss my energy. Don't kill my vibe. Don't miss my energy. Let's say goodbye. Just fly around with me. Let's spend some time. Just spend some time with me.
seek until they find the light. Some people think that everything they think is right. Some people don't believe in peace, they want to fight. Some people not my type, some people not the vibe. Shangilia, pango yote imepangiliwa, shida yetu yote tatuliwa, maisha yetu imebarikiwa. Shangilia, pango yote imepangiliwa, shida yetu yote tatuliwa, maisha yetu imebarikiwa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Sorry. Welcome back. Welcome. Technical difficulties because, Sasa, would it be a Monday if things don't go wrong? Would it actually be a Monday? Oh, rolls eyes. Anyways, so we have just been serenaded into this segment of the show, in my opinion, by Energy, that is Polaris, Pauline Mayonde, and Mudhoni, the drama queen. Right before that, we had Stacey Kambatu with Soka Musie, and El Safanjaro and Manasseh Shalom with Space. Yeah, 2. Forever a space for me and you. You know how it goes. You already know how it goes. And now we're gonna jump into in my opinion. In my opinion, Kenyan women are ditching love for the bag in relationships. In my opinion, yes. In my opinion, that's true. In my opinion, love will not feed you. In my opinion, that is not what I prefer. But in my opinion, is this what is going on in the country? Yes. That is exactly what is going on in Kenya. Literally, guys, women don't care about love in this country. They care about money. There is no love in Kenya for a majority of modern urban women without money. You get what I'm saying? Like, love, put that aside. Put sex aside. Put, what is it? Compatibility aside. If you have money, you can easily get into a relationship as a man. With a lot of Kenyan women, am I hating? No. You know how they say in Nigeria, shine your eyes, like open and see what's in front of you. That's what I'm seeing going on. Those are the conversations that we have with like everybody from Gen Z, millennials, boomers. Like, what are you actually doing with a broke man? Is the word on the street. Word on the street is that Kenyan women are not interested in broke men. They're not interested in men who are building themselves up. They want a man that has already figured it out. Is it fair? We're going to find out. I don't know. I have my personal opinions. These are your opinions that I'm agreeing with because in case you don't know, in case you're new on the block, you send in your controversial opinions because every single Monday we are going to dissect what's going on with the girlies, what's going on with the relationships that they're having, what's drama, what's the drama, what's the tea, what's going on. And so yeah, today we're talking about Kenyan women in relationship valuing money, gooder, cheddar, more than love in relationships. So, the economy is tough. That's the narrative out there. It's not my narrative, not because I'm rolling around in dollars. No, but because poverty mentality is not my potion. Truly. So the economy being tough is not vocabulary that I will any longer have inside of my mouth. I'm rejecting. But what's going on is that prioritizing financial stability over butterflies in your stomach is honestly something that a lot of Kenyan women prefer. And this is the case when you have grown up in an economically broken system. like an economically disadvantaged system. That's what happens, is that the struggle is not attractive. You think about money a lot. You think about how am I gonna eat? Now I'm gonna end up like my mom, my dad, my auntie, my grandma, my grandfather, my uncle. I'm gonna end up like the neighbors that I grew up watching struggling. So for a lot of people, it doesn't make sense when they've never had the stability of having their basic needs met, and even going beyond that and having the privilege of being able to choose what they like and dislike, where they want to go or not go, because every day was typically a hustle of let's get fed, let's get school fees. And I don't mean, no, you need to work hard for these things and that's the hustle. I'm talking about the hustle of, if you play, if you miss one day of work, if you mess up, if you lose this job, you have no savings. If you lose that form of income, you have zero security. So even as you're working, you're not necessarily changing your status in life. You're not able to work your way up because the way the economic, systems are set up against you. Because it's hard to save, it's hard to invest. And in order for you to do that, you must completely deny yourself to the extent of not living a very dignified life. So that's the logic. It's not my logic, but I see it. It makes sense. I like to distance myself from these opinions very clearly because, wow, I do not want my name attached to this. Please, one day, future husband, when you find me, come, let's struggle together. Did I just say that? I'm joking. Please, no, wherever you are, please get your grind on, because I too do not want to start from zero. No, I'm saying. And on the flip side, I do understand that who wants to start from zero? Nobody chooses to start from zero. I mean, it's a cute thought, wow, hustling and struggling and starting from the bottom. Now we are here, just that beauty of the journey and the struggle. But who actually wants to start with no money, no savings, nothing, no job prospects, or like a bare minimum job that barely gets anything done? Nobody wants to start that way. Everybody would appreciate having a nice salary packet or income. If you're an entrepreneur or you have multiple sources of income, a salary, like a money packet that allows you to do more than feed yourself, rent, have electricity, and being transported from place to place. A bag that allows you to choose what to eat, when to eat it, to choose what form of transportation, whether you're purchasing your own means, in terms of a car that you will fuel, a motorcycle that you will fuel, a bike, if you're a fitness junkie, or if that's what works for you and it's convenient. Or are you going to Uber, or do you carpool and cost share on fuel? Everybody wants that. Everybody wants that opportunity to be able to choose, so that even if you say you're struggling, you lacking 1 month's paycheck or 1 month's income isn't going to mess your life up and turn you upside down, and have the landlord and have your whoever it is that services you and you pay on a monthly or frequent basis, having those people on your neck. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants comfort, and everybody should be able to earn enough and make enough. If we had a stable economic system, they should be able to have savings and investments. And it should be, now you're choosing to be poor if you have nothing by the time you lose that job. Do you get what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, Kenyan women are ditching love for the bag in relationships. Yes, they are. Why are they doing that? Because they're soft. They don't want to struggle love. They don't want to struggle love. They want soft life. I'm a girl. I want flowers. I want nice nails. I want, the inches, the bundles, human hair. I want a massage. I want my skincare done. That's how a lot of women want that. They don't want to be struggling. They're like, imagine it's not cute. It's not beautiful. There's nothing romantic about struggling. And that's the logic for a lot of people. And we do see that with a lot of our social media influencers, where you often cannot tell. You would think it's none of our business, but it becomes our business when you share a lot of your information online and create unrealistic standards for a lifestyle of a young person your age with the kind of work that you do. So it's weird when you tell people you should buy this once in a while, take yourself out once in a while, you deserve a spa date. You tell women and young girls to expect these things, to have this high standards of themselves, yet you don't tell them how to earn this money. And that's the issue that I have with a lot of influencers on our screens, on Instagram as well as YouTube, and particularly the vloggers on YouTube, the Kenyan girlies who are doing a good job creating beautiful content, securing the bag. A lot of the bag is gotten from soft relationships. And I'm not saying this as a hater. I'm saying this because I do be seeing it happening, and a lot of it is shared. And unfortunately, when it all comes crashing, they do post their dirty laundry for all of us to see. So a lot of these women who are advocating for a soft life, not because they believe that women are flowers, but because they know that men can finance the lives that they want. So that's a particular school of thought that some Kenyan women identify with. Another thing that makes Kenyan women ditch love for the bag in relationships is because they want to be boss babes. Like, what do you mean? They want modern goals. They want to hustle for their own thing. And they want a partner who's on the same vibe or higher, on the same wavelength. Come on now. How are we going to go to Seychelles? How are we going to go to Barbados? How are we going to go to Dubai so that I can shake my whatever my mama gave me on a yacht? If you can't afford what I can afford, who's going to pay for your plane ticket? So if I'm working, if I'm a boss babe, if I'm making bank, if I have stacks in my bank account, in my M-Pesa, if I have proper investments that are going to cash out at any given point, why would I be with somebody who's like, I'm not your parent? Is the thing. That's what the girlies be saying. I am not your mother. I'm not your father. Why should I be taking care of you? If you want to be called a man, and this is me playing devil's advocate, if you want to be called a man and men apparently are providers, then provide, and then I will give you the respect that you want. That is a very modern point of view. If I'm a boss babe, you better come and you better boss me up. Like, you better meet me aura for aura. You better give me the same energy that I'm giving you financially. And then, we can meet on the same table and have a conversation. And these are women who typically believe in equality, believe in 50-50, or let's do it together. So that's one of the things that women are like, there's no way I'm going to work so hard for this money and this achievements that I have, and then I'm going to have to be supporting somebody who isn't putting in the same amount of work in their craft and does not have the same level of fruit or harvest or output that I do. And I guess that's valid for some people. And also, another justification for ladies just not being very interested in love as opposed to how interested they are in the bag is that honestly love is not cheap, because dates, gifts, future plans, financial security is extremely attractive, because how are we going to be in love if we don't have food? At which point are we going to be romantic if every single time it rains, you cannot transport me to my house? I have to matope. Like, is it cute? It's only cute in the movies, apparently. And social media has a lot to say that, like, there's this movie. Who was it by? Oh, my goodness. One of those old school Black American movies. My Love Don't Cost a Thing. I think it was Nick Canyon. And was it... Who's this? Who's this lady married to? I'm trying to remember her name. She's married to a basketball star. and they have a trans daughter who was born a boy. And she acted in Bad Boys with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. That lady, whose name has just vanished. I see her face. The name has gone. Sometimes somebody needs to give me like a PowerPoint presentation on how the brain works, because what are these? But basically, yeah, I think it was Nick Cannon and her. They did a movie. If I'm not mistaken, I could completely be lost. But it's a early 2000s movie, and it's called Love Don't Cost a Thing, and I think, again, if it's not just a cute name that has absolutely nothing to do with the name itself. But let me just say this. There's a lot of films that explore the dynamics of socioeconomic disparity between partners, and that struggle love is not doing a thing, because a lot of struggle love is what is bringing up all of these children that are not being raised in families that can support them fully. When I say supporting kids fully, I mean emotionally, psychosocially, and I mean physically as well. Let's be honest. We get easily triggered. Millennials and Gen Zs, we get easily triggered because we want the right to make the choices that we want, but we're not very honest with the consequences and the outcomes of those choices, because we are very big on rights and not as big as we should be on responsibilities. If you choose to bring children into this world, and I mean choosing, I don't mean people that did not give consent and then a child was created. I mean, if you chose to have sex, you wanted it, you allowed it, and you did it knowingly. You knew that this thing that we are doing is called sex, and hopefully if you're not like 14 or 15 and completely ignorant, you already know that babies come from the act of sex. And so for that reason, if you have chosen to bring a child into this world, and they are not coming into a stable home, which has a mother, a father, and just a healthy circumstance, because I do know that a lot of kids that grew up with a mother and a father in the home were not necessarily brought up right, but just the basic existence of a mother figure, a feminine energy and masculine energy that creates a balance, you've already set that child up to go through a lot. Now, for those of us that grew up in broken homes and families, we are working through some issues. Let's be honest. If our parents were in happy marriages, if some of our parents were actually present, some of our parents went to get the milk and didn't come back, and hence a lot of millennials and Gen Zs don't care. They don't give a flying fish about family and about marriage. But let's be honest that if those are the choices that we're making, we're not going to have the healthiest generation in the future, because there's a reason why it takes two to tangle. There's a reason why it takes a sperm and an egg. And because we believe in the existence of a deity and that we didn't just come out of nowhere, then you need to be honest about there's a lot that this child needs. Now, going back to the love, my love don't cost a thing, it's a lie. Because sentimentally, it's such a beautiful concept to think that love costs nothing when it is a sentiment. But love is not merely just a sentiment. Love is a whole bunch of choices. It's the same choice over and over and over again. I love this person, so I'm gonna make it work. I love this person despite of their flaws. We are gonna figure it out. I love this person despite of how much they're upsetting me, so we are gonna learn how to solve problems. I love this person despite of how intentionally they are failing, so I'm gonna see if I can stand in the gap for the both of us until they figure it out. Now imagine you two stable, mature human beings. I mean, stability is really questionable. We're not sure, but like too mature as far as age is concerned. Let's say above 23. Let's say over 22, because I feel like at 23, if somebody was really mature, I would be okay with them getting married, even though that's like super young. But let's just say that 23, nobody's looking at you like a child. Yes, you're young, but nobody's looking at you like a child. So let's say you're 23 and above and you have made this choice to have sex, and you've brought a child in, and knowing how hard it is to love another person. And then now this child, yes, we say mtoto anakujanga na sahani yake, but now there's no money. What's actually happening? And I think these are conversations that we need to be having more in society, because that's how broken systems actually break family up, and also broken families give birth to more broken systems. Because truly, my love don't cost a thing is not true when it comes from broken systems. My love don't cost a thing when I have food, when I have clothes on my back, when I have lights in my house, I'm warm, I am comfortable, I'm safe. And then my love don't cost a thing. Before and after that, my love costs a lot, because my mental health, wow, my energy, wow, are we gonna get mugged because we don't have proper transportation? My love will cost a thing, and that's what women in Kenya are saying. Okay, why is this not okay? Guys, opinions. So somebody said that tuambiane ukweli, nyinyi ni magold digger. Woo! Okay, so women who care about love and really value, who care about the bag more than they care about love, where they're not willing to be in a romantic relationship without money. You guys are gold diggers, apparently. You see me. You see how nimejitoa? And apparently that opinion ties into the age-old tired trope that women just care about cash. Apparently, many women actually do want real and deep connections and don't just want money. And so that those are the humans saying that women are gold diggers. Do we have gold diggers in Kenya? Do we have gold digging women in Kenya? Yes! Because how many times in campus have I known person A refusing to date person B, person A being the girl and person B being the boy? How many A's do I know that have refused to date B's because B's cannot take them out on a nice date? Not because B's are not informed and not because they don't try, but because they typically cannot take them to CJ's and spend 1,500 or 2K on a plate, and then another 2K for Uber, and possibly another 2K for whatever else. So in Nairobi, if a guy is going to take you out on a nice date, he might need to have 4K and above, bare minimum, for the girlies. So there are girls who are not just insisting on being treated well and being treated like women and being treated with chivalry. There are women who just care about standards, and that is gold digging when the value of what you want is only materialistic and there is no deeper, more significant value behind it. Gold digging. Already, and then some of you are saying that love is still alive, that there are plenty of women who prioritize emotional support and vibes over bank accounts. Love still matters. That's the whole thing that you sent in. That's everything. That love is still alive. And honestly, love is still alive. I'm a lover girl, honestly. Yes, the amount of let me not expose myself. Enough about me. Enough. I say too much about myself on this platform already that I will probably regret at a future date. So let's just leave that alone. Love is still alive. I am one of the people that is a sucker for, oh my goodness, is it fulfilling? Does this person make sense with the conversations that they make? Is this person value aligned to the things that I believe in? Is this person willing to improve themselves? Are they willing to make it work? Are they willing to get through issues? Because I take so much fault. I take issue. Hey, to men who already struggle with communication, who already struggle with their emotional intelligence, and then they don't even want to work things through when you are willing to work things through. And there's a lot of you guys out there. Please, let's do better because we love you so, so much. All right. And something about equality and flexing. Women these days are also carrying their relationships financially. So money does not drive the vibe. So there's no need for a man to be flexing his money, because if women are boss babes, then why do you think that it's your money that I want? Maybe you just have bad breath. Maybe you should have taken some extra time in front of the mirror. Maybe you need to work on your conversation because, ew. Maybe you cannot text to save your life. Yes. That's what you humans are saying. And that companionship matters more than anything, because a partner who's emotionally broke but financially loaded is not it. Many people would actually rather have somebody that they can genuinely connect with. So companionship is what a lot of people are desiring. And a lot of people don't care about money because, am I going to talk to the money? Am I going to talk to the money? Am I going to talk to your Range Rover? Am I going to talk to your petrol? Am I going to talk to your M-Pesa? No, I want a conversation. I want to connect with a human being who has charisma, a human being who gets me or is trying to get me, Otherwise, what are we actually doing? So yeah, that's today's hot take. That women in Kenya care about the bag more than love in relationships. That they are ditching love for the bag. Yeah. So, Kileleshwa Estates. Ilikuwa Estate 25. Karibuni sahau. We were doing so well. Why did I remember that people out there are eating poo-poo for money? But those are not even relationships. And it goes back to our economic systems. It goes back to what in the brokenness would make you eat poo-poo for money. That's just food for thought. See what I did there? Food. Woo! We might need a bucket here because my gag reflex is on a fire. So yeah, whatever opinions you guys have about dating, about money, about relationships, please send them over to our DM. So I need all of your juicy stories. I need all of your hot takes over on our socials. That's at Power Radio on Facebook, at Power Radio on Instagram, and at Power Radio on TikTok. You can also holler at me directly at Caroline_Murote on Instagram. On Facebook, it's Caroline Murote at Caroline Murote on TikTok, and Carol Murote on at Caroline Murote on Twitter, X, and TikTok is Carol Murote. Mkipata your account yangu ya Caroline Murote. Please ignore it because I know you're gonna find it. It's not. It's the one that has no line. So if you're looking for me on TikTok, it's the one that has no line. Carol Murote, Carol Murote. At Carol Murote. That is me on TikTok. Please let me know what you are thinking. Let me know if the things that you people are saying that I have said on your behalf are making sense, or is everything completely crazy and nobody is actually making sense any more already. So let's get some Dark Skin from Brandy Minor and Kanyoni by Barbara Wangoi. This is for you, my loves. I will see you in just a bit.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
You say you like Ologomba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin and nachota. Melanin all over. Nobody can boka. Well, then you tried sometime back in November. They really didn't think I would remember. Sahi, my confidence in my rise. I never used to be like this before. I used to be so damn insecure. I had to go a dark skin lana. Haters are working loud. Nothing ever sweet like coco. Get on the dance floor, make them loco. You say you like all comba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin and not Georgia. Melanin na lover. Nobody can boca. You say you like all comba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin and not Georgia. Melanin na lover. Nobody can boca. Yeah. You don't know how I like your confidence. The way you walk, how you talk, it's evident. Black is the beauty, so more for them, so more for them. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. You like a loco. Like a loco, mba. You like that toto, like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto, like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto. Like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto star.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
You used to call me your little bird. Kanyoniga kwa kainaga. For when your spirit sank low, I'd sing them off the floor for you. The other buddies, yeah, they told me they saw you watching from the balcony. We want to bring you up here to help us with the cheer of life. You said no, you never sang, you didn't know and didn't want to. And so we wrote a song for you. We wrote it in a day or two. A song about birds that watch other birds sing tunes. And it goes ooh. You said you'd like to try to sing. Would anybody really listen then? What if it wasn't that great? Or maybe it's too late to learn something. The other buddies will be listening, and they will help you in a heartbeat. We want to bring you up here to help us with the cheer of life. We watched you close your eyes, spread your wings, get ready to fly. And you sang, ooh. To your little bird and all the other birds sing tunes.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Si kumbe wangasweta, kumbe hukuweza ningori. But I'ma call you later, tell you all about it. Nina mismo tura, smoky pasua, avocado ya group of schools. Cause it tastes different out here. And I miss you when you're not here. Mimi ni koma juu, flying, grinding. Tell you when I come through. Oh na 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 na, oh na na. Mimi ni koma juu, flying, grinding. Tell you when I come through. Oh na 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 na, oh na na. Yeah, 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 Fenty, si atini juicy pendi, bagi mecha, nimetumwa na watu wengi. To my lover and my sons, I'll be home soon. Nina miss to kilala in the afternoon. After church to kipiti ya Kikuyu. Can't wait to come home and hold you. Mimi ni koma juu, flying, grinding. Tell you when I come through. Oh na 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 na, oh na na. Mimi ni koma juu, flying, grinding. Tell you when I come through. Oh na 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 na, oh na na. Yeah, 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 yeah,
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hey, welcome back. So that was Fee telling us that, I got my Jew. Like she is a flying. Fee is a flying, and she's not really interested about you guys. And I want to know. Do you feel that the people in your life that make it out the block, make it, yani wamesha make it, is it easy to go back and support people that are struggling? So let's talk black tax and just giving back and passing it forward. Sometimes it might not be an obligation where you're literally expected and people are entitled to your assistance, but perhaps people are in need, and your assistance would go a long way, and they really appreciate it and possibly also request all the time. So Wasiwa Maju, there's a song by what's their name? I'm gonna find it in just a minute. That they released about Kukua Maju Tumado. Is it Tumado? There's this band that did the birthday song. Oh my god. These things just disappear when I need them. I'm gonna tell you after our next music break. But basically they've made the song, this bunch of guys, Wanaka Maju, and they made this song about, hey, to my door, because you guys are my Jew all the time because you're living abroad. So for diasporan humans, how is it? How's that relationship between you and your people back home? Is it easy? And for the people that are still living in the same country, in the same systems with the people that have not yet made it out of poverty, for lack of better words. How is that relationship? Because I think that when it comes to a lot of underprivileged people, there is a lot of entitlement. Also, when it comes to a lot of privileged people, there is a lot of arrogance and condescension. So it's a double-edged sword. It's a coin that has two very significant sides. And who's right, who's wrong? Can we all learn to do better? So that's a conversation that I'd love to have with you guys. Let me know what you think. Send your feedback on Power Radio on Instagram, on Facebook, on X, and on TikTok. Caroline_Murote on Instagram, Caroline Murote on Facebook, at Caroline Murote on X, and Caro Murote on TikTok. You can find me on all of those platforms. Holla, let me know what you think about those relationships with people that are well-to-do and the people in their communities, particularly family and friends who are not doing so well. But Fee was telling us that Akuma Ju. So that was Nikoma Ju. Right before that, we had Kanyoni by Barbara Wangoi, and then we had Dark Skin by Brandy Minor. Now, what are we talking about today? Today we are having a conversation on Africa's climate situation. With regards to women. So we're looking at Africa's future in climate change, Kenya's future in climate change. What role do women have? What's going on in that space? What kind of conversations do we need to be having? And that is what we are talking about today, because here we like to talk about the serious things, not so serious things, and the things that just need to be talked about. We talk about everything here on Sheversations, and the aim at the end of the day is to amplify female voices, to understand women better, give platform to more women. And on that note, if there's a woman in your life that's doing a great job, send over their story, or you can send their contact. We have a conversation and see if we can talk to them directly right here on this show every Monday, Wednesday to Friday. That will be a great time for us to have a sit down and hear what the girlies are doing out there in society. Yes, with regards to climate change, we've had a few things happening, between December and this few days, this 20 days of January. We've had a few lessons. We have a few lessons that we could reflect on with regards to matters climate change. So what happened in December? In December, we had the 29th Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, otherwise known as the 2024 United Nations Climate Change Conference. So that's COP29. So if that's something that you came across on the socials, that is exactly what was going on. So everybody that cares about the trees, the Wangari Maathais of the world, were meeting. They met in December. They met in Baku, Azerbaijan. That's where they met. And a new gender action plan was actually initiated to enhance women's participation in climate policy as well as action. So this is what we want to see. We want to see inclusivity. We want to see women having their spaces being available, honestly, and being recognized as key players in society, because we are all about the girlies here on Sheversations. And this particular plan that's supposed to be adopted at COP30, that would be the 30th 2025 United Nations Climate Change Conference. This particular plan recognizes women as critical players in creating sustainable climate solutions. Where do Kenyan women fit into this space? In order for us to be relevant in the spaces, we must very intentionally advocate for representation in national as well as local climate policies to ensure that our voices are present to shape key decisions. Because if we don't put our, we don't have what is affecting us as Africans and as Kenyan women, then we're not going to be represented, because nobody is trying to represent you. You must fight to be represented. It's if I want to go to an event and I am asked what people should wear, I am going to think about what I prefer. And it's normal to think about yourself. So it's not necessarily selfish when people don't include you, because that's their space. The conversation was theirs. If you'd like to be included, you need to go and say, excuse me, you need to include me. And that's how I like to see it nowadays, as opposed to just being upset that everybody's excluding you. Let's talk about how can we get excluded. So we need to advocate for representation in national and local climate spaces. We also need to do a lot of networking. We need to hang out with international organizations so that we can have Kenyan women's efforts amplified alongside this international climate change organizations in order for us to be aligned with regards to global priorities. So this looks like jumping on somebody else's bus. It looks like kudandia. Lazima tudandia, guys. In order for our voices to be relevant, lazima tudandia, because what else? What are we doing then? Otherwise, what are we actually doing? That is a key, that is so, so relevant. And particularly in 2025, we need to encourage the government to adopt a very Kenyan specific gender action plans aligned with the different global frameworks in regards to climate change, because then we are not a part of the game. We are not even going to have a foot in. And another thing that needs to be a part of our to-do list as Kenyans, especially the girlies, is to train women leaders to engage in climate policy making through different workshops as well as mentorship programs. Because if we're not doing that, what are we doing? Right? So women actually need to be trained, which means that climate-related organizations actually need to open up their spaces and have public participation forums and have call-outs where the public can know, okay, so if I care about making the world a greener place, this is what I need to do. These are the organizations that I need to partner with, and this is XYZ that is important in this particular society, in this world. Another thing that's happening is UNESCO's International Day of Women in Multilateralism, January 2025. So that has already happened. And this is a global dialogue that emphasizes, and so the one that happened emphasized the importance of gender equality in tackling climate emergencies through multilateral approaches. Last year, we had several conversations about how the solutions that tackle climate change disasters are actually very need to have a gendered approach, because the way climate change disasters affect women is not the same way that they affect men. And so we looked into this, and so this is a very relevant conversation. This is a conversation that should not be taken for granted, because women are affected in different ways, and hence it is important to have a gender equality in these different spaces where emergencies are being catered to. UNESCO's International Day of Women in Multilateralism the event underscored how inclusive leadership improves climate solutions, because if you're represented, then your voice, you can lend your voice to the solutions, and you can have solutions that take into account all the parties that are contributing. And if women are contributing, then women are going to be catered for. And what Kenyan women could learn from this is that collaboration across different regions and sectors really, really strengthens the ability to tackle climate change issues collectively. So that means partnering with other countries, with organizations, and not necessarily working in a silo. Also, Kenyan women need to actively participate in international forums and alliances. Yes, so we need to actively participate in international forums as well as alliances to share different insights and gain support for local initiatives. Shout and scream what you're doing. Show up, take up space is a summary of all of this. And how are we going to achieve this? How are we going to achieve this? We need to establish partnerships between Kenyan women groups as well as global organizations, as well as promote different platforms for Kenyan women to present their projects at international climate forums. Are you guys listening? I know you guys are listening. Let me know what you think about this conversation. And if you see yourself anywhere, I'm a climate change. Hi, Kuhusu, you're wondering why are we even talking about this? Why? Why is it an issue? Well, let's listen to Kesho by Bridget Blue and then One for You by Fee. So Kesho, Bridget Blue, One for You by Fee, and we are going to be right back.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Some days you feel like the world is on fire. Some days you feel like you're swimming and flying. Some days you wake up and you don't feel like you wanna chase what you don't see. But some days you feel like you're floating up high. So how about you try this time? Lifting up your head and sing out. What more than I see, there's more inside of me. Just lift up your voice and say, nitajaribu tena kesho, nitaamka upya na nisonge, hata wakipenda kunivunja, mambo yakizidi unga, sitashindwa kujivuta. Kesho naamka upya, kesho naamka upya. Some days I know that you think of surviving, but you sleep and wake up and don't feel like fighting. But there's space in your soul to keep wanting more, to desire to soar. But some days you know that their words, they mean nothing. So how about you try this time? Lifting up your head and say, what more than I see, there's more inside of me. Just lift up your voice and say, nitajaribu tena kesho, nitaamka upya na nisonge, hata wakipenda kunivunja, mambo yakizidi unga, sitashindwa kujivuta. Kesho naamka upya.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
This is Hendrix Sam.
Misikatai, unanidai, akiwalahi, ninaogopa sitadinai. I want you to lie, ni vile I'm trying to find good love, baby, baby. I'll be the one for you, baby, baby. I'll be
Mpenzi utangoja, yeah. Mpenzi utangoja, yeah, yeah. Sitaki we uchoke, yeah. Sitaki we uchoke, yeah. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. If you wait for me, I don't need nobody else. I'm trying to find good love, baby, maybe, and I'll be the one for you, baby, maybe, I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio. Shani, you already know. Wake up, think it's my alarm, I stay stacked up. Thinking it's my charm, now I know your truth is where freedom begins. I'm prayed up, now I can define it again. Willpower never won any war, so I know to get to you, I gotta get on the floor. Shida zangu, yeah, I've been here before. Lakini kitu gani kweli, ni ngumu for my Lord. Maombi ni ibada, na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily, nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Say maombi ni ibada, na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily, nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Yeah, flow ya Aroniko underway. Ninachofanya una bless my way. Wani mwangaza even when the clouds are gray. Wanirudisha hata nikigo astray. Misi worry, mina pray very early, a killer day. On the daily, mi nita set my alarm. Mina jenga na wewe na jo foundation ni farm. Maombi ni ibada, na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily, nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Say maombi ni ibada, na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily, nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Ombi langu ni wewe, ombi ni wewe, ni wewe. Ombi langu, ombi ni wewe. From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hey. Ombi langu ni wewe. Ooh, Shani. That was a Shani with the Ombi. Right before that, we had one For You by Fee. We also had Bridget Blue saying Kesho. Tajaribu tena Kesho. And today is Kesho. Last year, Mulisema, next year. It is already this year. It's going to be this year for a long time. It's going to be this year for a long time. So remember that the tomorrow that you prayed for to start again is already here. Please do not waste this opportunity. Don't waste this opportunity. Munaskia, do not waste this opportunity. Yes, we are talking about climate change right here at 27 minutes past 12 on Sheversations. My name is Caroline Murote. In case this is your first time here, welcome to Sheversations. We aim to amplify the female voice. So we are talking about everything that pertains to the girlies here on Power Radio, where you tune in and we power up. So on today's show, we have been talking about anything and everything. Earlier, we talked about how the girlies are ditching love for the bag in relationships. And I shared your opinions. I shared the things that you were saying. You know, some people that were for, yes. My love don't cost a thing, but actually it does, because love is not going to feed us. Love does not put food on the table. And the humans that are saying, no. Women who prioritize money over love are actually gold diggers. And women are boss, they're girl bossing. So why do they care about men's money if they think that women and men need to be equal? So we went through that, and it was quite an interesting conversation, to see the different schools of thought and to see the different things that the humans out there, you humans, you Sheversationalists, are thinking about this matter. And I did let you know. And so if it's your first time here, if you want to give feedback, if you want to holler, you want to say hi, you want to share a story, you want to invite yourself to my show, please reach out across all social media platforms. You can find us in our DMs on Instagram at Power Radio at Caroline_Murote. On Facebook, it's Power Radio, it's Caroline Murote. On X, it's at Power Radio and Caroline Murote. On TikTok, it's at Power Radio and at Carol Murote. So that's what we've been talking about. And then we dived into a rather serious conversation, because the air that we breathe, guys, if we don't talk about climate change, the air that we breathe, mtashanga sana. We had quite weird weather patterns last year. The weather was weird the whole year. We kicked off the year with floods. It ended with something that wanted to look like floods. Weird. It used to rain at random hours of the day. You never really knew what was happening. January inakaa kawaida. So far, so good. It looks like a typical hot, sunny January in Nairobi in Kenya. And I like it, honestly. I'm not complaining. I'm a desert girl. Botswana raised me, so I am forever for the sun. Forever for the sun. Hata ikituchoma kama burnt sacrifice. All game. But yes, we're having conversation about Kenya's future with regards to women in climate change. So women's future in climate change. We're having reflections on what has been happening in the climate change spaces and what still needs to happen so that we prepare ourselves to have a good, healthy year where our environment is actually involved. So we were taking a global perspective. We're going to zone in into Africa, and then we're going to see what's happening, particularly in Kenya already. So last year, we saw some women-led climate resilience in Egypt. And we need to talk about Rania and Azza Abdel Radi, who turned duck raising and barley farming into eco-friendly businesses. And this project not only made bank, come on, but they also helped to conserve the environment. Look at that. So those are ladies that you could be inspired by, because Kenyan women could actually learn to think local. We could act smart. We could could come up with tailored solutions that meet our community's needs and are also the key to being sustainable, because sustainability is truly the name of the game. And training is actually empowerment. So we need to level up our skills in Kenya to build a better future. So ukisikia kuhusu duck farming, go find out if farming is something that you're passionate about. Go find out what kind of farming would you be geared towards, and what do you need to do to become successful. And borrowing examples, just look at people whose climate is similar to yours, and if yours is even more favorable, then see how you could actually increase your chances of getting things done. 2025 should look like us being practical in the space of climate change. It needs us to have a lot of vocational programs that should focus on climate smart trades. Trades that are not going to be affected or just fall apart because of climate change. And we need sustainable farming and eco-friendly businesses. Yeah. And these hustles need to be supported with microloans as well as market access. So those are the conversations that we are going to be having about the whys and the hows already. So something else that went down in December 2024 is the Africa Women's Assembly for Climate Justice. So what happened is that women leaders from across Africa came together to strategize on tackling climate issues that hit us the hardest. The girlies are truly the solution. The girlies is where it's at. What can women learn about this in Kenya? That collaboration trumps competition. Collaboration over competition any day. We need to be joining forces with other African women to amplify our impact. We're not competing. And we could also learn that big challenges call for big networks. Tap into the wisdom and support of the peers who are around you, and it's going to be much easier to make a difference. They say if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And that is what we saw here with this Africa Women's Assembly for Climate Justice. So, hey. 2025, to emulate this, should look like us. Kenya hosting a regional East African Women's Summit on Climate Justice. How about that? We could do that. Honestly, we could. I should call some people. And we also need to be funding and mentor cross-border climate projects led by women. So is it something that is, for example, involving Lake Victoria? Then you already know the countries that border Lake Victoria, or rather the countries that Lake Victoria borders. So you have your Kenya, your Tanzania, and Uganda. And that is something that we could look into because it's definitely an opportunity. So in Kenya, we have had sustainable businesses in Lamu County. So that was the wins of 2024. So what did women in Lamu do? They got creative with eco-friendly businesses that tackled climate issues as well as boosted their income. Honestly, talk about killing two birds with one stone. So what everybody else could learn, our takeaway is that you don't actually need a big budget to make a big impact. Small scale businesses can actually be life changing. They can, honestly, and the women in Lami are showing us how. And another thing that could happen is that we need to address local environmental challenges while growing our coin. That is a win-win. This means looking for businesses that have to do with climate issues, businesses that are climate friendly, businesses that tackle solutions, and you could actually get some very interesting platforms. And we need to open our eyes towards climate sustainable businesses and ways of earning money that is not necessarily traditional, because the day we're in requires a lot of creativity. already. And in 2025, with regards to what the women in Lamu have shown us, we need to scale this blueprint to other countries. So we need to be putting our stamp on this, and we need to get every woman to join in this movement. We need to link up with government as well as private sector players to open up different markets for sustainable products. Are you with me? Is that a yes? I believe so. It should be. Already. So let's look into climate smart agriculture. Yes, climate smart agriculture. So, the UN Women and FAO Kenya helped 2,700 women farmers in 3 counties to adopt climate smart techniques, upping food security while putting women in the driver's seat of agricultural policies. Is that not fire? Are we not doing the thing? Okay, so this happened in 2024. And what our takeaway is that climate smart farming is not just a buzzword. It's not just a pretty word to get the climate investors to come pandering towards us. No, it's a game plan for making real money while saving the planet. Okay, Wangari Maathai. Yeah. Solidarity with the people that have gone ahead of us, our ancestors that actually put in the work, that literally gave their life away for the mission that they believed in. And we need to get involved in different policy making, meaning that our needs are not going to be ignored. So UN Women and FAO Kenya already, and for the 2,700 women farmers that were taught and assisted to adopt climate smart techniques, I cannot wait for all of that to snowball. So with regards to this, in 2025, we need to expand this initiative to more counties, especially those feeling the heat, literally. Pun intended. And we need to train women to advocate for fair representation in agricultural policies, because despite women being the majority of farmers, when it comes to policies, they are not very represented because of literacy and how patriarchal our systems are. So that's something that we need to be looking into in 2025, because it is very serious, and we need to take action. It's about time. We can't be leaving the girlies out. Y'all cannot ignore us regardless, no matter how hard you tried already. Okay. And let's look at economic empowerment. Let's look at different job opportunities. We're gonna do that after we get back from Stony Jew telling us Sishi Kiki and Chemitai Sage giving us Maskini already. I'll see you soon.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hey, big up 23. Ile mtami utaka. Na hii nyingine jo. Hey, washaweka bounty, ju flow killer. Beat imeoga, kiopina. Nina mazai kwako tu za topina. Na vile niko ndani mzee ya I'm so ina. Si take shots na bareda. Critics hawawezi kunispot under reda. Na bring the house down, I'm a tremor. Na leta fire, I'm a flamer. Na rusha moto mo. Na shikata wazai na mamokoro. So na Jesus na songa I still. Roga shetani na mbaki sogo, mosodo. Don't whine, wabambiki juu Mungu anameja na maina. Na feel ni kinda I'm in refine, I'm fine. Mokori ni jeso imebaki na saika. Sishiki kijo I'm in refine, I'm fine. Cause you get that, mina cry sweet aita. Sishiki kijo na siti shikijo I'm in refine, I'm fine. Cause you get that, mina cry sweet aita. Iko nini sina tabu. Siko steam, manyaru. Mziki mekoma, iko fit kuitwa babu. Fishers of men kwa hizi streets mi ndio nyavu. Alright, hii ndio sababu. I got the juice in madafu. Hey, Magic kwa mi majabu amefura utadhani taxin mashavu Nina mwamba si ababu Shaito simfil kalamu Washed by his blood damu Kauna ni feel usishushe yo hamu na don't whine na wabambiki vile Mungu ana meja na maina na feel ni kinda I'm in refine I'm fine mukori nejeso imebaki na saika Sishiki kijo I'm in refine I'm fine cause you get that mina cry sweet aita Sishiki kijo na sitishiki jo I'm in refine I'm fine boss you get that mina cry sweet aita Hey, gigging with the bass, street legit, I'm bringing the hits. Steady wind, the one on the field. Wicked, honey, my face, see that sponsor and lip in my bill. I'm sticking the rail, we kicking in Christ, you know the drill. Blah, woo. So I'm back in the dojo, you and the Lord. Kwa hearing, ukipenda nite Frodo. Shetani anabashwa, anateta zima moto. Kuna life after death, CLA we hear YOLO. Okay, hichoki art giveaway. Madam tuko chocha, put your back into it. So lazima post nude, ama utwak kujue. Na kile una post, put your fact into it. Woo. Hichoki art giveaway. Madam tuko chocha, put your back into it. So lazima, we utwak kujue. Na kile una post, work a fact into it. Sishiki kijo I'm in it fine I'm fine up cause you get that mina cry sweet aita Sishiki kijo na sitishiki jo I'm in it fine I'm fine up cause you get that mina cry sweet aita Sishiki kijo I'm in it fine I'm fine up cause you get that mina cry sweet aita Sishiki kijo na sitishiki jo I'm in it fine I'm fine boss you get that mina cry sweet aita 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 mina cry sweet aita
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
You got a smile I can't erase, and your voice lights up my face. You're driving me up and down. I'm scared what you're doing to me. I get a rush in my life to love you. I get a high from just thinking about you. I'm on the edge. It's like you're breaking my heart in two. Now see you. Nitafanya nini? The way you messing with my head. Bring me my skinny. Now see you. Nitafanya nini? The way you messing with my head. Bring me my skinny. Oh, baby. I gave you every bit of my heart. Now what you gonna do? You went and threw it away. I did it all for your love. Try my best to act real cool. Instead I'm acting like a fool. What am I gonna do? I'm crazy for your love. The way I feel, I don't know who and what is real. The love that you give to me is a reality. It's like I'm high in the sky on a drug messed up. I'm waiting on a cure to this illness stuck on you. And I don't know what to do. Now see you. Nitafanya nini? The way you're messing with my head. Bring me my skinny. Now see you. Nitafanya nini? The way you're messing with my head. Bring me my skinny. Oh, baby. I gave you every bit of my heart. Now what you gonna do? You went and threw it away. I did it all for your love. Try my best to act real cool. Instead I'm acting like a fool. What am I gonna do? I'm crazy for your love. Tunavyofanana, kila saa tunavyokutana. You make my head go banana, ooh Lord. I'm crazy for your love. Unavyofanana, kila saa tunavyokutana. You make my head go banana, ooh Lord. I'm crazy for your love. What am I gonna do, baby? Your love. Crazy for your love. Give you every bit of my heart. Now what you gonna do? You went and threw it away. I did it all for your love. Try my best to act real cool. Instead I'm acting like a
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Welcome back, my darlings. The time is 12 minutes to 1, and we are going to fly through what kind of opportunities are available in this climate space, and how do we need to be scaling in so that we can benefit. So let's look at agriculture. Right. So this year, climate smart farming opened up a new markets for women, securing their finances as well as their food supplies. What do we get from this? That resilience is key. We need to diversify our income sources to handle climate shocks like a pro. We need to be doing that. In this particular year, how are we going to achieve that? We're going to talk about subsidies. We need to talk about subsidies. Women adopting climate smart methods need to get government support, guys, actually. And for women-led cooperatives, we need to have women-led cooperatives to access bigger markets, as well as sharing the resources that are available already. And then what about in the space of vocational training? We had programs like those in Egypt. Remember the duck farming? Yes, the climate smart farming. We need to have programs such as those equipped with women, having... Okay, so what happened is that those kinds of programs equipped women with different entrepreneurial skills, as well as helping them build sustainable businesses. And Kenyan women could take the fact that skills pay the bills. Skills pay the bills. We need to equip ourselves with practical know-how for the long haul. So get your ducks in a row, literally. Already 2025 in this space of vocational training looks like us establishing community hubs for training in eco-friendly trades. Yes, we need to team up with NGOs, different NGOs, to fund as well as scale these different initiatives. Are we excited? Are you excited, babes? I am excited. Okay. In the spaces of leadership in policy development, what happened is that women leaders influenced policies that were more inclusive as well as effective. We've already talked about the conference where different African women met to talk about climate change in Africa already. And particularly in Kenya, we do not need to be waiting for a seat at the table. We must pull up our chairs and lead the conversation. Okay, we already talked about a regional conference, an East African conference talking about climate issues and looking at solutions. Come on now, talking about climate justice and such things. Yes. So we need to be training women up here in this country at grassroots level to engage with policymakers. So we need to be doing a lot of civic education, a whole lot of civic education. And we need to launch mentorship programs that pair young women with seasoned climate advocates, because it sounds like Greek. It's going to sound like a whole lot of gibberish if you have no idea what is happening, if you're not familiar with how the climate spaces work. And because women are at the center, we love how women are taking lead, how they're taking charge in the fight against climate change. And Kenyan women are honestly no exception. We need to move from small businesses to global policies. And the future is honestly female, and it is also sustainable. So we need to keep pushing boundaries. We need to keep scaling successes, as well as owning our space in this climate change conversation. 2025 is calling, ladies. It is time to pick up your phones and respond and answer. So let me know. Let me know where you are in this climate change conversation. I would love to know. Yes, I would love to know what your stance is and what you think about climate justice. Have you ever been affected by climate injustice, climate change injustice? Has something ever happened to you that you understand is as a result of a climate disaster and didn't end up very well? Is a traumatic memory, or are there wins? Are there situations where y'all are winning in life? Have you been able to innovate in a climate smart way? and it's making waves. It's actually bringing back profit, and it's actually working for you. I would love to hear all of your stories, so you can reach out to us at Power Radio across all our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, X, as well as TikTok, and Caroline_Murote on Instagram, at Caroline Murote on X, and Caroline Murote on Facebook, and on TikTok you can find me at Carol Murote. You can catch me here on Sheversations every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You are sure to find me here having conversations that are amplifying female voices. And please don't forget, you are more than welcome to holler your stories at me, to invite yourself to my show, obviously through a conversation. We believe in consent. Yes, already. And right before we got into the segment, we listened to Sishikiki by Stony G and Maskini by Chemtai Sage. And right about now, we're going to close the show with Tufanye by Miss Polaris Pauline. And we also have No Place Like Home by Kahuna. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Love you lots.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Lakini sielewi, dunia nzima uliona mimi ndio mshenzi, na hii tabia sijaiona na watu wengi, na haya huna ukisema ni mapenzi, na vile umejaa msatufanye, na mimi nimejaa msatufanye, na vile umejaa msatufanye, na mimi nimejaa msatufanye. Itabidi sisi tujipange, sina uwezo bila kiburi, na wala tena nijipate, mimi unaletea ujeuri, na unijui, na siamini, ati kumbe si wewe, ni mimi, na unijui.
When